Ladies and gentlemen, it has officially happened. Welcome to World War III. Donald Trump has attacked the Fordo nuclear site and other nuclear sites in Isfahan in Iran. It is officially kicked off. We are now at war with Iran. I'm Tala Traveling Clat, your favorite Zionist prince. Let's get right into everything that's breaking down right now. We're going to start here on X with this little blurb. U.S. bombs 3 Iranian nuclear sites. On June 21st, 2025, President Donald Trump announced via Truth Social that the U.S. warplanes conducted successful airstrikes on 3 Iranian nuclear facilities, Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan. The attack included a full payload of bombs specifically targeting the Fordo facility. This military action marks a significant escalation in the U.S. involvement in the region following previous Israeli airstrikes. U.S. Senator John Fetterman, which we've reacted to a few videos of his, says, as I've long maintained, this was a correct move by the President of the United States. Iran is a world's leading sponsor of terrorism and cannot have a nuclear capability. I'm grateful and salute the finest military in the world. And this is the update that came specifically from Trump on Truth Social. We have completed our very successful attack on the 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan. All planes are now outside of Iran airspace. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordo. All planes are safely on their way home. Congratulations to our great American warriors. There's not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace. Thank you for the attention to this matter. Remember that in the last week plus, Israel has been clearing Iranian airspace to the point of now complete air superiority is a term being used, not just air supremacy, but air superiority. Or sorry, I think it's air supremacy against Iran in allowing basically anybody who wants to come in to come in. This is that first update we have here from Truth Social. That's Trump chiming in on it. And the memes are flowing. The content is flowing. The Iranian reaction has already begun, and there's some pretty serious damage in Israel. Let's get through piece by piece. Let's get the president or the prime minister of Israel chiming in. This is a clip from Dave Rubin on his page on X. Let's see.
Congratulations, President Trump. Your bold decision to target Iran's nuclear facilities with the awesome and righteous might of the United States will change history. In Operation Rising Lion, Israel has done truly amazing things. But in tonight's action against Iran's nuclear facilities, America has been truly unsurpassed. It has done what no other country on earth could do. History will record that President Trump acted to deny the world's most dangerous regime the world's most dangerous weapons. His leadership today has created a pivot of history that can help lead the Middle East and beyond to a future of prosperity and peace. President Trump and I often say, peace through strength. First comes strength, then comes peace. And tonight, President Trump and the United States acted with a lot of strength. President Trump, I thank you. The people of Israel thank you. The forces of civilization thank you. God bless America. God bless Israel. And may God bless our unshakable alliance, our unbreakable faith.
You know, he's right about one thing, which is that this could change the face of the Middle East, but it really depends on what happens next. And if the right actions are not taken to actually change the face of the earth, with terrorism, then if the Islamic regime of Iran doesn't change, doesn't get overthrown, this may have all been for nothing. But let's see what Trump said. Here it comes, the whole crew. The whole Trump crew addressing the nation.
Thank you very much. A short time ago, the U.S. military carried out massive precision strikes on the 3 key nuclear facilities in the Iranian regime, Fordo, Natanz, and Isfahan. Everybody heard those names for years as they built this horribly destructive enterprise. Our objective was the destruction of Iran's nuclear enrichment capacity and a stop to the nuclear threat posed by the world's #1 state sponsor of terror. Tonight, I can report to the world that the strikes were a spectacular military success. Iran's key nuclear enrichment facilities have been completely and totally obliterated. Iran, the bully of the Middle East, must now make peace. If they do not, future attacks will be far greater and a lot easier. For 40 years, Iran has been saying death to America, death to Israel. They have been killing our people, blowing off their arms, blowing off their legs with roadside bombs. That was their specialty. We lost over 1,000 people, and hundreds of thousands throughout the Middle East and around the world have died as a direct result of their hate. In particular, so many were killed by their general, Qasem Soleimani. I decided a long time ago that I would not let this happen. It will not continue. I want to thank and congratulate Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu. We worked as a team like perhaps no team has ever worked before. And we've gone a long way to erasing this horrible threat to Israel. I want to thank the Israeli military for the wonderful job they've done. And most importantly, I want to congratulate the great American patriots who flew those magnificent machines tonight, and all of the United States military on an operation the likes of which the world has not seen in many, many decades. Hopefully, we will no longer need their services in this capacity. I hope that's so. I also want to congratulate the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Dan Raisin Kane, spectacular general, and all of the brilliant military minds involved in this attack. With all of that being said, this cannot continue. There will be either peace or there will be tragedy for Iran far greater than we have witnessed over the last 8 days. Remember, there are many targets left. Tonight's was the most difficult of them all, by far, and perhaps the most lethal. But if peace does not come quickly, we will go after those other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. There's no military in the world that could have done what we did tonight, not even close. There has never been a military that could do what took place just a little while ago. Tomorrow, General Kane, Secretary of Defense, Pete Hegseth will have a press conference at 8 a.m. at the Pentagon. And I want to just thank everybody, and in particular, God. I want to just say we love you, God, and we love our great military. Protect them. God bless the Middle East. God bless Israel. And God bless America. Thank you very much. Thank you.
JD Vance looks pissed. He looks not happy to be there or involved with this at all. I think he's thinking about his future. I mean, it is what it is. He can be a schmuck. I'm not saying I know a lot of people in the pro-Israel camp don't like JD Vance. I like the person, and I like that he balances out Trump. I do like that he's not super gung-ho on Israel. Actually, I do. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. I don't need a president that's super Zionist and a vice president that's super Zionist. It's good to have one who's a little bit more on the anti-Israel camp, which JD Vance probably is. It's probably safe to assume that. But Trump loves Israel enough and understands the importance of actually taking out the Islamic regime of Iran's nuclear capabilities. And I think that was a phenomenal declaration of, I think he really avoided the word war. He avoided the word war in all capacity, and he delivered exactly the message that he needed to deliver. I think that was pretty solid. Let's see here. This is coming from Vivid Prowers. Benjamin Netanyahu, you remember from the beginning? What is this? Oh. Is this the same? I think this might be the same. Oh, this is in English. This is in Hebrew. I can try to translate it, but I think that's probably not going to be important to most of you guys. So let's skip that one. Okay, the Iranian retaliation began pretty quickly, the IRGC's retaliation. Before we go into the retaliation itself, I think it could be cool to look at some of the memes that were popping up on screen.
Anyway, guys, we are completely safe down here in this bunker. These motherfuckers can drop anything they want and they can't do shit to me. So we can just dance and party all night long down here, okay? What the hell? Okay, everybody, just remain calm. Everybody, remain calm, people.
These AI videos of Khomeini are so funny. Vitamin B too. Oh, the poor couple. The poor teammates. What do you want for peace? Send a pallet of cash now. How much? 2 billion. Dropping it off outside. Look outside. Oh, that one's kind of fucked up. Oh, man. That one's kind of lame. I don't know what that one is. All right. I also want to address something that's been going around, and I want to make sure we make a clarification that I don't have 100% accuracy that this is real, but I'm going to play you guys some of the videos that are theorized to be from the attack on Fordo, even though most likely these are alleged, and most likely these are from a couple days ago, but they at least give you the scale. I think officially we don't have any footage yet from this Fordo explosion. I think there has not been internet in Iran for days now. The regime has been blocking the internet pretty much completely, which basically it means that they're not really going to be able to get any of this video out of the regime of what's going on in Iran. It's basically impossible for them to cover what's actually happening. The only one that maybe looks a little bit accurate is this image. But Khomeini and this IRGC thugs have been blocking their people from having internet because I think they don't want the world to see the damage that's going on to their bases. But this is the one image that I think might, from all my sources, might be the only real image from the real imager video from this attack on Fordo. Now, these are the ones that are theorized to be, but they're alleged. So just remember that. I don't think these are real. I think these are from an attack the other day. Still shows absolutely massive explosions. There's a pretty crazy one with shockwaves too. Yeah, you see that? But again, as insane as this looks and as crazy as this looks, I still don't think this is the actual... I don't think so. I mean, I could be wrong. We'll definitely make an update on it later. I think the footage is yet to come out. I think the Islamic regime of Iran, they're making a statement that nothing happened to Fordo and it's all reversible and there wasn't serious damage. But then again, this is the Islamist way of thinking about these things. You're not allowed to admit defeat. You can't admit that you were defeated or that you lost in any way, shape, or form. So they're going to always say, they're, on their propaganda, they're always going to say that they're completely fine and nothing happened. Okay, now for the sad part of this video, the retaliation from the Islamic regime towards Israel. Immediately, it was pretty immediate. I think 2 hours after, there were already sirens raining down bombs over Jerusalem, over Tel Aviv. We do have some direct hits on civilian infrastructure. And remember, again, Israel and the U.S. target exclusively IRGC buildings, exclusively IRGC command centers, military installations, whatever it be, bases. And the IRGC only, exclusively has targeted civilians. Only and exclusively civilians. There has been nobody else targeted except for civilians. Here are the missiles incoming. This was moments ago. We've got people already prepared, and they're like basically spending most of their days underground, coming out to get their $30 sorry getting their $20 $30 coffees in Tel Aviv and spending most of the time underground. Poor people. Most Israelis only found out about seismic events of last night when they were woken up by a siren 10 minutes ago. They're no longer living under a nuclear threat from madmen who chant death to Israel, death to America. People seem happy and grateful. Now, to get back to a point where this doesn't happen again, we must overthrow the regime. Here's a video from Iran. Iranian officials tells a crowd of university students to chant death to America, death to Israel. Students respond to death to Palestine. fucking losers, these regime officials. Okay, cleared for publication. This is pretty tough video. This was on a housing complex in Tel Aviv. Cleared for publication. Latest Iranian Islamo-Nazi missile barrage direct hit on residential area in central Israel. Several wounded in the latest barrage, which started around 1 hour ago. 27 missiles. Report of 1 person missing under the rubble. All of the injured are civilians. This is what we're dealing with. This is what it looks like. Direct hits on civilian infrastructure in Tel Aviv. And there's unfortunately going to be probably a lot more of this. They started using, this week, they started using these cluster bombs, which basically, from what I've understood how they work, when they're getting back into impact, they're cluster ballistic bombs. They break up into a couple pieces that are also homing and intelligent, and they can independently target stuff. And they're basically impossible to shoot down, especially if they make it close to Israel. Before they break up, they're still possible to intercept, but if you don't hit them before they break up, they're pretty much impossible to take out. This is more of the footage. You know, we've seen Khamenei's regime, the Islamic regime, hitting mosques. We've seen him hitting hospitals now. We've seen him hitting everything. It's interesting because everything the IDF has been blamed to do, the Islamic regime does, but nobody on the pro-Palestinian side has any issue with it. Any issue with it. It's totally fine if it comes to them. It's almost like if you do it to Israel, it's fine, but if you do it to anybody else, it's not okay. Seems like a double standard, but I guess we'll find out if they're on the side of truth or we're just a bunch of Zionist liars. I'm going to add in one last thing. Prepare yourself in the coming days. There was intel released to me and to other people last week that essentially once the U.S. would get involved, sleeper cells across Europe and the West who have snuck into America under Biden's administration and to Europe for the last 25 years that have allegiance to the Islamic regime of Iran and to Islamic terrorism are going to be activating now. I implore every single one of you watching in the West to be prepared. Now that Trump has officially decided to enter this sphere of war, we might be looking at serious Islamic terrorism on the ground in the West, all over the world. And of course, now the Islamic regime of Iran's official stance is going to be to get involved by firing at U.S. embassies and such. I don't think this ends here. I don't know if this aggravates / initiates into World War III scenario, but it's definitely going to be something we all need to keep our eye on. All I say is I implore you to be on top of your own safety, be prepared, take action if you're in Israel. Obviously, safeguard yourself and your families and your bomb shelters. Be prepared because we're about to strap in for a very, very, very rough patch in global security, in my opinion. None of this is official, in my opinion. I wish you guys all the best. I wish you safety. Like both our Prime Minister and our President said, God bless Israel, God bless the United States of America, and God bless Iran, God bless the people of Iran, and may we help them overthrow this regime and finally bring an end to this terrorism and this cancer that's eating at their country. I love you guys all. I am praying for everyone's safety. I am now officially, I'm just giving up on trying to go back to Israel. Like there's no, I'm stuck, I'm stranded. And I can't give you guys my location. So I'll just be fucking roaming around until something happens and I can find a way in. And I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you guys. Long time. Goodbye, Klats.
If you believe in my content and want to support me, just know your help is needed. There's a bunch of great ways to support me, being PayPal, Buy Me a Coffee, or joining my Patreon community down below. Patreon is the best way to support my channel, and you'll get a bunch of cool perks depending on what tier you join. Another great way to support me is by buying my merchandise on thetravelingclat.com. I regularly drop new merch designs like this beautiful hat or this amazing shirt, where you can support the channel and get something cool for yourself. I also have an amazing Discord community with people from all over the world. Thank you so much for your support.